Alright, I'm gonna make a testimony video, I guess, about how I gave my life to Christ. I wanna start all the way in the beginning, cause why not? It's my video, so I can do what I want. So in the beginning, when I was born, I was premature. I was a small baby, barely alive. You know, Then that later on they gave me lung problems, which is asthma. I had a lot of asthma problems. Blah blah blah. I think I had friends growing up. In elementary school in fourth grade, I for sure had friends. And then I skipped over something terrible that happened to me. And it was a lustful sin. I'll leave it at that. And there was just a seed that was growing. So, yeah, after fourth grade, I was in middle school. Middle school, I think that's when I got introduced to porn. So I was just addicted to it at that point. Just porn, 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 blah, 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 the gist of it, regular stuff. And I would just look at relationship as, sex. Oh, if I make you come this many times, then you love me this many times. So if I make you come more, you love me more. So, I didn't really need to focus on your feelings as long as I'm not making you miserable, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know what I was thinking back then. I wasn't thinking, but, it's whatever. And then, if I was in middle school, that's when I had my first girlfriend. And funny thing, when I was dating her, she said she had a paranormal activity when she saw her grandma in the the mirror in the sidecar, whatever. I don't know. So I was like, wow, that's crazy. I didn't really care. And then later on, we broke up. She kissed another dude. My friend told me. I texted her over Snapchat. I know, breaking up over text, that's pretty stupid, but whatever. And then after that, that was in high school when I broke up with her. So we were together for like a few years. And then we broke up in high school. Then I didn't really had anybody to rely on, or I didn't allow anybody to love me, and even if when they did, I just kind of brushed it off and always felt like I was a burden to everybody. So then, yeah, high school was just nothing but a fever dream, to be honest. I don't think I was ever awake the entire time in high school or middle school. Like, I would sleep a lot. I would say I'm tired all the time. I would sleep, take naps. I would zone out. I would be in the imaginary world in my head, just making up stuff, doing whatever. So yeah, and I was just addicted to porn. I couldn't talk to a single female because I was just I was just kind of entangled in the mess of this porn. Like, a lot of strings was attached to me, so I couldn't really talk to a female because I would just be like, I look kind of ugly, and I can't really have sex with them on the first date. So yeah, that's kind of weird. So after I graduated, I went to this factory Tesla headquarters, blah blah blah. Like, hooray, what a good company, yeah, yeah, blah blah. And I don't know if that's when I encountered the paranormal activity, where it was like, I say paranormal, but it was God, it was God. Um, let's see, so I was in the time when I was working out a lot in the gym, really pushing myself, really growing my willpower, like I'm actually doing something. I'm forcing myself to do something good for my health. And once my willpower grew, I was right here, right over there, right over there when I heard him. I was kind of like this, because, it was intense. It didn't feel intense, but it was an intense power, It felt like you're underwater? No, that's not right. It just felt like a lot, It felt like a lot, but it was so light that it didn't feel like a lot, Like light. Like light. Oh, but yeah. He said grow. And so I did. I started taking the Bible, the Holy Bible, the 66 books, very seriously. To be more precise, I just kind of liked a lot of scriptures on TikTok, and I started taking that seriously, and that's when I saw Cliff Knechel, saw Bryce Crawford, and all those Christian TikTokers, content creators and whatnot. And that's when I really got into get to know him, And then I remembered, then I got the 10 Commandments on my phone. And I just kept on reading it, and I remembered it, and I embedded it in my memory so I know what the 10 Commandments are. I can name it right now, but I'll do that at the end of the video. And so yeah, it's a lot of spiritual warfare, that's for sure. A lot of demons, a lot of actual devils showing up in my dreams. But overall, I just prayed, I read the Bible, and I had so much faith in Jesus Christ, my Father and the Holy Spirit, my teacher, and God, my waymaker, my Father. It's Father 3 in 1. Good old Holy Trinity. So yeah. So now, sure, I get some burdens, I get sad and I'm just like, but I usually just say, whatever, sob story, blah blah blah, and rely on the scriptures to get me through it. That's what I should do, but I just kind of get the gist of it, And yeah. And yeah, that's my holy story. Oh, alright. So the 10 Commandments. Thou shalt not have strange gods before me. Thou shalt keep the holy day holy. Thou shalt not use God's name in vain. Thou shalt honor the mother and father. Thou shalt not kill, lust, or steal. Thou shalt not say false things of your neighbor. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not covet the neighbor's wife. Thou shalt not steal your neighbor's good. Ha ha! I remember.